Yeah. Woohoo! Welcome, everybody, one more time to the one and only. This is the Big Time Show podcast that is being heard live all around the world. Yeah. On Podbean, all across the United States of America on Podbean. And of course, it is live right now as we speak on Facebook, Twitter. It is being seen live on YouTube and being seen live now on Twitch. I am excited tonight to come to you again. Another chance for us just to talk and to be together. Thankful for all of my people who support and listen in to the podcast live, and who those, of course, that may be listening to me, later on in the evening. Everybody don't have to listen live. Fortunately, we have the means to let everyone hear the podcast at whatever time that they may want to hear it. Of course, so I'm grateful for another chance to be here. As we always say before we get started, listen, I'm grateful for my brother, Alex CX Winters, Alex X Winters, that's on Instagram. That is where you hear the opening for the podcast. Every time that I come on, I'm appreciative to him because that is his music and he allows me to use it. So I'm appreciative of that, for him allowing me to use his music. So I appreciate him on that. Listen, I am grateful tonight. I am grateful. It's another big night. Listen, we're going to, before I get started, I want to give you this for those that are on Facebook, for those that are on Twitter, for those that are on YouTube, and for those that are on Twitch tonight. I'm going to put it here, and hopefully you guys can see that. I'm going to try to put that into the chat box. Those have been asking. I'm going to get to some of the comments in a second. I can't see them. I mean, I can see them, but I'm going to put that there so that you can see it. If you want to be a premium member or a patron of the show, there it is there for you in your live chat there in the chat box. You can do that right there. If you want to become a supporter of the podcast, you can do that and just follow the instructions there. If you're on Podbean, of course, you have that button that says become a patron as you're listening to me now. All you have to do is just press that button there and you can move on. There it is. Thank you. I guess I can see some of the comments now. Thank you, Wendy. Yes, she is a witness. She said yes. And tapping on it takes you straight in. If you want to become a patron of the show, I guess it's going to be up to me during the middle of the show to put it there also as well. I appreciate you if you want to become that. It's not a requirement by no means. I'm not, it's just a hobby that I do. I hope that if some of you will consider becoming a member in full support, where it'll be monthly. You can do that. Just tap on to that right there as you can see it. I'll do it again during the middle of the podcast and let you know that Podbean is so easy. All you have to do is just click on that button and you can do the same thing as well. Well, tonight I want to talk about an area. What's up? What's up? Oh, okay. I appreciate you. Listen, if you want to Miss Yolanda, you made me do some homework. I even had a conference call this afternoon with Supercast. If you tap into or go up real quick, you'll see that you are the reason why I got it finally straight. All you have to do is click on to that link that you see up there, Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech. You click on that and you can show you how you become a member, a permanent member. You're the reason why I did all that. So I got it straight now. I'm set up. I believe I'm good now. At any time you guys can do it. I'm going to give it back again and you can do that. I'm leaving it there, but if you go up into the live chat, that link is there, and all you have to do is hit that and you become a permanent member. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to waste your time because this is a very busy night. I have to talk about the Cowboys, and then I'm going to talk about my Lakers tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and start it off. But let me go ahead and say hello to some people that are talking. I see Miss Wendy, of course, one of my loyal patrons of the show is here. Miss Ty is on Twitch. And Miss Ty is also on Podbean, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Miss Ty, thank you for popping in. My brother Tommy is in here, and he bringing in his usual hate, talking about Let's Go Suns. He all right. You know, hey, Tommy, my brother, so, you know, he's my brother, and I appreciate him. We all don't have to agree on the same thing, but hey, I appreciate you all so much. Who else is here? Yolanda Jones, Elder Jones, thank you so much. And I got my brother Chris Curry on the house. They go James gonna make an appearance tonight. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later in the show real quick. But what's going on, everybody? Let me say hello to Podbean. Okay, I've already done that. Appreciate you so much. All right, listen. I want to talk about tonight as far as the Cowboys. Exactly. I see you, Tommy. I want to talk about tonight an area that is not sexy when it comes to Cowboy talk. But if we don't have this area straight, or if we don't put a high level of attention on this particular category, then we're going to be in big trouble. And so tonight, I don't want to talk about the defense. We already know what we have to do. I want to switch to the offensive side of the football. Chris said the long snapper. Yeah, but hey, you know, hey, our guy he did retire this year. LP finally retired after a great career as a long snapper. Kid made a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, just being a long snapper. But that ain't what I want to talk about, Chris. But that was smooth there. See, I know you're a great checker. See, I like that. See, I know who to call on when it's time to get some good checking going. Chris Busy Curry, my man, no doubt about it. Tonight I want to talk about the offensive line. I think that we just assume that this offense is going to be, you know, a buzzsaw this year. And for those, let me forgive me. For those, why don't you share this with me, please, to people that you know that are Cowboy fans and even Laker fans tonight, or share it to your Cowboy groups that you're in, if you don't mind, just trying to grow the show a little bit better. Okay. I want to talk about the offensive line tonight because it's no sense of us even getting excited if our offensive line is some straight up garbage can. We had experience with this last year. And so it does not make a difference if Dak is back or not. It's obvious that it does not make a difference what kind of running back we have in Ezekiel Elliott. If this offensive line is not right, we're gonna be in for a long year. It's no other way around it. So while everybody's getting excited about our wide receiving core, everybody's excited about Blake Jarwin coming back and the idea of him and Dalton Schultz together, and everybody's excited about Dak, of course. Everybody's excited about Dan Quinn. Let me tell you something. If this offensive line can't hold up, we're going to have a long year. And so I think we have to look at it, and not from a starting position. That's because if the guys are healthy, when I say the guys, of course I'm talking about Center Tyler Badass. I hope I pronounced his name right. Connor Williams at left guard, Tyron Smith at left tackle, Zach Martin at right guard, and then Lyle Collins at right tackle. If those 5 guys are right, and when I say right, I'm talking about being, the chance of them all playing all 17 games. I mean, let's just be realistic. It's probably not going to happen. But if they can avoid that season-ending injury, I don't mind 1 or 2 games, 3 games, like that. But if these guys can stay in that type of structure where they don't lose a lot of games, let's just be honest. This offensive line would not be average. This offensive line will be pretty good, if not one of the top 4 or 5 offensive lines in the game. If they're healthy, they can move people off the football. They can maul people. They can punish people. It's just that simple. There's no other way to look at it. We have 2 All-Pros in Smith and Zach Martin, without a doubt. Lyle Collins is a Pro Bowl type tackle. A lot of hope is in our center, Tyler Badass. He's good. Connor Williams, no matter what y'all say, is a solid guard. He's solid. I didn't say he was a Pro Bowl guard. I said he's a very solid guard. The problem with Connor Williams that everybody has is that everybody measured Connor Williams up to the offensive line that were all pros. We compared him and act like he was one of those guys, and that's not the case. He's not like that. Let me get this thunder out of my head. What kind of background music is that? My God, what is that? Let me let me change the music up. I heard that thunder. I thought, man, someone behind me. What the world? Sound like Freddie was coming. Chris, what you got, Chris? Come on in here. Come here, Chris. I thought it was. I thought Chucky was behind me or somebody. All that thunder and stuff. Man, get this mess off my ear. Pardon me, you can't hear that. I have background music going on with the podcast on the live podcast with Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. They can hear what I'm playing. Everybody judged Connor Williams according to all pros, and everybody can't be an all pro. Okay, everybody can't be an all pro. Connor Williams is not that guy. Okay, but he's a very solid guard who's played a lot of games, and he has gotten better every single year. He has, and so I'm okay with Connor Williams. Okay, I'm okay with him, but that's really not the issue that I want to talk about with our offensive line. Our offensive line has to have strong depth. this year. Why? Because it's simple. Because our guys get hurt. It's just, I hate to say this, but it's almost when it comes to Tyron Smith, it's not if he's gonna get hurt. Is when. It's almost a guarantee that he is. He's gonna feel some issues. He always gets hurt. Uh, Lyle Collins, who as young as he is, Lyle Collins has been hurt for the majority of his pro career. And as young as he is, it's amazing how his body is already breaking down. It's amazing. Zach Martin, who has been a solid guard, who usually plays every game. The last couple of years, he has started to break down. And so it's important. And I just named our three best linemen right there. So it's important, at least in my view, that we have some depth, that our line doesn't completely fall off the map just because one of these guys are out. And so when I started looking at the depth of the offensive line, which I think is going to be majorly important, I noticed a little pattern that the offensive line, or the depth of the offensive line, that it has. We have to have backup. First things first, Connor McGovern, who played a lot last year, and in my view, played outstanding. In actuality, he was flat out punishing people. He was mauling people. Connor McGovern has a unique ability, and I hope you catch this trend. Connor McGovern, yeah, man. Well, thank you, Cedric Scott. Hey, glad to have you tonight, Cedric. That's a great comment that Cedric made. For guys that don't know Kevin Gogan is from those 90s teams. That he was a flat out mauler. He had a mean streak, and he didn't mind punishing you. So I agree with Cedric on that 100%. Connor McGovern did a lot of that last year. And in my view, I'm just going to be honest with you, I would not have been mad if Connor McGovern was playing before Connor Williams. That's how impressed I was with him. And the Cowboys have this small problem. That problem is loyalty. Because the truth of the matter is, I like Solofulo from a couple years ago also. And I know he was playing better than Connor Williams, but the loyalty of being loyal to your second round pick made us keep Connor Williams in the game when there were other guys obviously playing better than he was. And I didn't like that at all. Connor Williams has gotten better every year. But there were guys who were playing better than he was at the time. He's gotten better. He has gotten better. But I like Connor McGovern. I'm serious. And I know this little loyalty, trying to get all you can out your second round pick from a couple years ago, but I always believed in playing the best 5 players. That's me. But we are the same organization. It took us 3 years to finally put Donovan Wilson on the field. So when you hear that, you're not surprised. You're loyal to Xavier Woods, who's finally gone, but you kept Donovan Wilson on the sideline all those years when he was obviously playing well in practice and preseason games. It took him 3 years to finally get his chance. So we have this loyalty issue. Connor Williams has gotten better. Hey, what's up, man? Listen, thank you so much. Listen, I have one of the greatest podcasters in this country that have joined me now. And I pay respect to people who's deserved their respect. And now I got the one and only Boss Cowboy who's entered in. And hey, it's just a privilege for him to pop in on little old me. And, just whether however long you stay, he didn't have to do it. So I appreciate you, Boss, for popping in. I'm talking about the depth of the offensive line. Listen, Connor McGovern, in my view, should have a lot to say, honestly. Connor Williams is solid. The problem with our fan base is that we judged him according to all pros, and that's not fair to him. He's a solid guard. He has gotten better. It's just that I love the depth of Connor McGovern. This is the reason why we got to have this depth here now. Injuries are just crazy with us, and we can't afford to go down. Here's one thing about Connor McGovern that some of you guys don't know, or at least some of you don't. Connor McGovern has flex. Connor McGovern can play center and both guard positions. In other words, as big as he is, he can play left guard as well as right guard, and he can play center. That's big. In other words, when you have to have, I believe that the number of offensive linemen that you can carry on the roster is 8. Connor McGovern, without a doubt, will be one of those guys, barring injury. He most definitely will be one of those guys. Check out the pattern. Connor McGovern has flex position, all right? Brandon Knight, who played with us last year. Brandon Knight can play tackle and guard. Brandon Knight played the position last year. Actually, he backed up Zach Martin when he got hurt a lot. But he also can play tackle. Notice what I'm saying. I'm not judging by ability. I'm judging by flex position and already have experience in playing. Notice what the Cowboys are doing. They signed Ty Nishke from Buffalo. He's older, and he's just a tackle. He can play the swing tackle position, has experience. But here's the thing that you need to know about him. Remember, you can only carry 8. We already got our starting 5. I think I just named 2 guys in McGovern and Knight who probably going to be there. Here's the thing about Ty that you need to know. If we let him go, he's only account as $500,000 on the cap in dead money. And most importantly, we would gain back $1.25 million in our signing. I mean, 1.25 in our salary cap if we let him go. 1.25 million. So in other words, one of these guys, although we're gonna have practice squad guys, somebody may not even make the practice squad just for purposes of the salary cap. That's the main thing that I don't, he's a little bit older, but he has the experience. There's nothing wrong with having experience. Josh Ball, who's a rookie, who a lot of y'all are hung up on with his off the field antics that he had. The Cowboys did their homework, drafted him anyway. And to be honest with you, he just might be a complete steal. That's the only way that you can look at it. He plays tackle, and he's versatile. There are some that say he can play guard as well. Terrence Steele also played tackle. We know him. Terrence Steele actually played very well. If you really think about it and break down his tape, he looked okay when Smith went down. He played pretty good. There wasn't a lot of drama. He made a bad play every now and then, but he was okay. Here's one that you may not know. Some of these guys may be on the practice squad. Matt Fordick, who we signed, he has played every position on the offensive line in college. He's a rookie. Now, how many guys do you know that have played every position on the offensive line That's what you call for real position flex, to be heavy enough to play the center and guard position, but to be athletic enough also to play both tackle positions. So I think this kid is going to have some value, whether that means practice squad or not. He becomes incredibly valuable at that particular time. These are the guys that we have started off in camp that we will have to put some real stock into, and that we really need to pay attention to. Preseason is going to be big for these guys. And to be honest with you, training camp obviously is going to be big for them, because when we start talking about Tyron Smith, Lyle Collins, Zach Martin, those guys won't be banging in training camp. Okay, they will not get a lot of work this training camp because of the injury history and the race to get to week 1 against Tampa. We don't need no, freak injuries or anything. They're going to get some work done, but Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Lyle Collins, these got these opportunities for these backups. We're going to find out really, who can really play, because depth on the offensive line is going to be majorly important for this year, considering the fact our guys seem to stay always hurt. I mean, I'm just like you guys. I'm hoping and wishing and pleading that these guys can stay healthy. The chance for 17 games, like I said earlier, I don't see that happening. There's going to be a tweak here and there, but the season-ending surgeries, that's where we lose a Pro Bowl type of lineman. That's what hurts. And so we got to make sure that these guys behind us are there. So this, while we talking about Dak and while we talking about Ezekiel losing all the weight and doing all these Instagram videos, cutting and all that, and Tony Pollard, and while we talking about this outstanding receiving core we have, and everybody excited about Blake Jarwin coming back, and Dalton Schultz, 2 tight ends, said, if your offensive line ain't there, it don't make no difference what you got. It don't make no difference about Dak Prescott coming back. If there's nobody there that can block for him, it's going to be a long year. And we need to make sure that these backups are playing starter-like quality, which some of them do because they have been starters. I'm hoping that these guys can stay healthy, all of them. Chances are they won't. It just don't happen. The way guys get rolled up and ankles and legs and all. I mean, it just don't happen. But hopefully we have. I love the position flex of our depth on the offensive line already. I love it. I even talk about Connor Williams. Connor Williams, of course, as you guys should know by now, can play both guard and tackle. I mean, we have some position flex on this offensive line, and that may help us in the long run as we get down to the last fourth of the schedule and the season. That's what we really need to hark in on. I'm not worried about Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins and Zach Martin. I know about them. I know what they bring to the table. I'm really not even worried about Tyler Biadasz, or however you pronounce his last name. I'm not even worried about him. I think our starting 5 on paper, it's going to be hard for somebody to just come and show me. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm just saying of those starting 5 guys out there, you're going to have to name me at least 4 or 5 offensive starting line units that are better than the Dallas Cowboys. If those 5 guys are out there. I already know Indianapolis, which is known as probably the best line in the game. The Saints, probably, one of the top 2 or 3. A lot of people love the Chargers, especially after Slater went there. The Cleveland with the running game they have, the Cleveland Browns have a good offensive line, but you put our offensive line up, and if they're healthy, look, I put them up against anybody. I'm talking top 2 or 3. No question in my mind at all. I got a Hall of Fame left tackle. I got a Hall of Fame guard who's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and Martin. Collins is a Pro Bowl type right tackle. All he got to do is just stay healthy. Everybody loves Tyler. Tyler is going to be incredible too. So I show me a line that's better. Okay. But we need to make sure that backups are not complete fall-offs, not complete guys that's going to fall off the map just in case one of these guys get hurt. And that's the main thing that we want to, that I, start kind of thinking about today just because of bad luck. I mean, unfortunately, I'm trained to know that Tyron Smith is not going to last. I have no reason to bank, put in a stock and to say Tyron Smith is going to last 17 weeks. Some of y'all might get mad at me. I don't care. I'm just telling you, I don't see it. Okay. Zach Martin's body is slowly starting to break down. First 3-4 years, he didn't miss anything. But now, you can't take all this type of collisions. You can't take these collisions like that. You can't take running into people nonstop like that and don't think that your body is not going to respond eventually. Start breaking down. And we got to start thinking along those lines. Dak must stay upright. Ezekiel Elliott needs those guys to be effective as far as running the ball. Him and Tony Pollard. We got to have the depth. Chris, I see you, man. I appreciate that. Chris says it's going to have to be a good rotation. I agree. Especially, let's just be honest. I'm saying things that everybody's already said, but I mean, really think about it. For Dak to be coming off this injury, the quality has to be there. We don't want to be holding our breath if Dak gets crunched a few times. And we all know it's going to happen. He's going to get sacked eventually, but to be popped nonstop, we just can't. We're not going to be successful if that happens. So I love the position flex. I say it again. I love the position flex of the backups that we have, of the backup players. Connor McGovern, Brandon Knight, Ty Nitschke, Josh Ball, Terrence Steele, and Matt Fornick. Those are the guys that will be battling out for those 8 spots. 5 of them, are definite. I believe Connor McGovern is definite. He'll be number 6. Brandon Knight, I believe that's number 7. I believe he's solid. I think the battle is going to be between Ty Nitschke and Terrence Steele for the other spots. Josh Ball, he's a rookie. We just had to see some of these guys are going to be on the practice squad. Fornick also, he might be there too. But McGovern also, I didn't say that, but McGovern plays center at Penn State also. So not only can he play guard, I mean, my goodness, he can play center. So, I think it's just obvious that we're really only battling, to be honest with you, probably for one spot. And the rest of the guys are going to the practice squad. So the battle is going to be at another tackle between Nitschke, probably, and Terrence Steele. That's my view. I love Josh Ball. I just, it's somebody, if one of these guys get dropped in camp, like Nitschke, for instance, I'm not saying he is, but I'm saying then Josh Ball probably has a good chance to make some damage in training camp. It's probably make the team. Chris said we're gonna have to play everybody, rookies and all. We're gonna find all that out, Chris, in preseason. Preseason is going to tell the story. And these guys are going to get opportunities. They're going to get the opportunities because the starters are not going to, you want to preserve Tyron Smith. Especially him. Even though everybody says they're in great shape, they look wonderful. They had plenty of time from their injuries up until now, especially Lyle Collins, who didn't play at all. So he ought to have fresh legs. But we don't, he hadn't had that type of rigor and aggression on his hip. That's where he had his surgery. So, he hadn't had the banging and the full contact and all that kind of stuff. We got to see how their hip respond to all the, training camps and things like that. So you're right. Everybody's going to have to play, and we're just going to have to find out about that. Chris said, you said, feel like the mindset should be nobody's job and say, you're right, Chris, but the only problem is we talking Dallas Cowboys. And unfortunately for us, that's what politics of the team or the structure of the team and loyalty, which is what I've always said is the silent killer of the Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately, a lot of people's jobs are safe. No doubt about that. But in this case, as offensive lineman, I think it's okay to say that a lot of these jobs are safe. The only question mark, if you want to go with the starters, is of course probably Connor Williams. I think everybody else is solidified in their spot, and I think really Connor Williams is too. But if there was a position that you would say, okay, there's competition there, it probably only be Connor Williams. And to be honest with you, I think that Connor McGovern is the one that can really challenge him for that spot. I'm just being honest. If you guys got the chance, if y'all leave me or whatever, take time to watch Connor McGovern. Pull him up and look at him, and you can see how this kid plays. He doesn't. If he gets on you, it's a done deal. He can punish you, and he has a mean streak in him. Matter of fact, I just go ahead and say he's kind of nasty. And if you're gonna have to play in the trenches, you better have somebody that's nasty. We don't got time for finesse players on the offensive line and guys trying to figure it out. I need somebody gonna hit you in your mouth, drive you at least 2-3 yards off the ball, and then look at you once the play over with. Stand back up and go to the other. And before you go back to the huddle, you tell them I see you in just about another few more seconds for some more. That's what I'm looking for. Connor McGovern is that type of guy. Connor Williams got it in him too. It's just that he was so small for a guard, and you can tell he got pushed back. But he's added on weight. He looks good. We'll see. On that note, all right. Appreciate you guys. I know that wasn't sexy for y'all. When is Nate Dune going to be a part? Never, Chris. Chris said, when is Nate Dune going to be a part of offensive line coaching? The answer to that is never. If you follow the Cowboys, Nate is very comfortable with just talking football. He's on a podcast in Dallas where he just sit and talk football. He's on the staff of the Cowboys. The Cowboys are paying him money to be there every week. I forgot the name of the show. Forgive me for not saying it, but Nate is there every week. He's there now. They're podcasting now where he's talking football. So he don't want that job of coaching and all that kind of stuff. I'm quite sure there's probably been some talk about that. But Nate is just as cool as the other side of the pillow with that. So I doubt very seriously that he's there. Offensive line, here's my problem with the offensive line. Now, our offensive line. It's summed up in 2 words. Kellen Moore. Y'all want to know why I say that? Hanging with the boys. Exactly, Chris. That's it. That's where he's podcasting from. That's his job. I got a problem with Kellen Moore. See, if you have, and I'll close with this before I start talking about the Lakers. Listen, if you have one of the better offensive lines in the game, why are they always pass blocking? You realize when you pass block, you got to go backwards. Okay, you're never going forward. That's called play calling. And what I'm saying is, if Dak is throwing the ball 35 plus times a game, which seems to be always, whether we're behind a lot or even if we're just, the game is close, and Ezekiel is only getting the ball 17, 16, 17 times a game, and Pollard may get it 4 to 5. That obviously means that the offensive line is backing up more than they are going forward. When you go and let go forward on these guys, you put your weight on these guys. You know what I'm saying? These guys, Collins, big guy, Tyron Smith, when he gets his hand on you through. When you go, I'm talking about when you putting your hands going forward on these guys, putting your wheel on these guys. When you get to the fourth quarter, here comes Zeke up, Zeke started breaking runs. But if you pass blocking the whole game, you're not taking full advantage of the talents of the line. You're not. You're not taking advantage of the talents of the line, bagging up all the time. That's the reason why we were so good in 2014 or whatever it was, or 15, when it was the Dak's rookie year. That's the reason why, because we ran the ball a whole lot. Now, I'm not saying Dak, of course, is a total different quarterback than he was when he was a rookie. And I'm not saying we're supposed to run the ball 50 times a game. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Dak Prescott still shouldn't be throwing the ball 35 times a game. I don't care who the receivers are. We got to impose the wheel on some of these guys. And unfortunately, the last couple of years, and I understand it's been the score or whatever the case may be, but I tell everybody all the time, once you go back and look at the games from Ezekiel Elliott and his carries during the game, please show me on one hand. You probably don't get on but one hand, probably. In the last 2 years, tell me how many times Ezekiel Elliott have carried the ball 20 plus times. I mean, check it out when you get off the phone, when you get off with me. Ezekiel Elliott, I don't get it. I don't get it. When you have one of the top running backs in the game, the top running backs in the game do not get the ball less than 20 times a game. It just don't happen. It don't happen. Unless, of course, you somebody like Alvin Kamara, who's getting the ball in pass catching. I get it like that. Like if you get 18 carries or 19 carries, but yet you got 5 or 6 receptions, okay, then I say, okay, I get it. I get it. But Ezekiel wasn't carrying the ball. I mean, you have to look at that. Check it out when you get there. That'll be your homework for today. Look over the last 2 years and count how many times Ezekiel Elliott has carried the ball 20 times in one game. It's going to shock you. And this is supposed to be one of the better running backs in the league. And his stats show it. But that's Kellen Moore. So I'm hoping that we have more of a balanced offense. I realize that, I get it. It's all according to the game plan. We got to count a quarterback down that we can attack. However way the defense want to play. You want them to throw it, we'll bust you. That can get you. But we got to allow this offensive line to lay on these guys. You can't lay on them if you pass blocking the whole game. That's my whole thing. He said they need to bring the smelling salt back for Zeke. Chris said. Chris said they need to bring. Well, you can't. I can't blame Zeke, Chris, for last year. I mean, he playing with a makeshift line. You know what I'm saying? And if they can't play, they can't play. That's the only thing I say. Plus, we were down so much we had to try to, throw the ball a little bit more than what we should have. Even with Dalton. But Kellen Moore just loved passing the ball. When you go back to Kellen Moore's resume, Boise State, throw the ball. When he went to Detroit, Scott Linehan was his offensive coordinator. Yes, that same Scott Linehan was us. Okay. What did Matthew Stafford do at Detroit all those years with Calvin Johnson? Throw the ball. We can't even name the running back other than Reggie Bush. You can't even name the running back that was at Detroit back then. You can't even think of them because all you know is Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson. That's all we knew. They just throw the ball. Kellen Moore was the backup for Matthew Stafford. Scott Linehan was his coordinator. So that's all he did was throw the ball. When he got traded to Dallas, who was his offensive coordinator? Scott Linehan. What was Scott Linehan doing? Throwing the ball. With who? Tony Romo. Throw the ball. We had to beg to finally run the ball. That's why DeMarco Murray ran finally, figured it out. But I mean, come on. That's not the way Scott Linehan called plays. He finally ran the ball. DeMarco Murray ran him into the ground. But that's really not Scott Linehan's philosophy. The ball was in Tony Romo's hand. That's all he saw. That's all he saw. Jason Garrett get here. They turned it over, let Jason Garrett get out the playbook. Not let him call plays. Let Kellen Moore do it. Kellen Moore is doing only what he's always done. What he's always been a part of. Throwing the football. And, we have the talent, no doubt, but the philosophy needs to balance out just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we're supposed to get a ball to Ezekiel Elliott like Tennessee does Derrick Henry. There's not a game that Derrick Henry probably don't have to get the ball at least 25 times minimum. Minimum 25 touches running the ball. I'm not saying Zeke, we should do that with Zeke. We have to, Tennessee has to do that. But let's just be honest. I mean, it is what it is. Tennessee winning 10-plus game every year. I'm just saying. Now, come on. And their offensive line is not better than our starting offensive line. That's the only thing I'm saying. I know we got to just balance it out. That's the only thing I'm saying. All right. I'm through with the Cowboys. I know that's not sexy, but like I said before, this offensive line may be the most important piece of the Cowboys this year, based off injuries, based off our depth. That must be this even though it's not sexy, it probably is the engine that is going to be for this team. If we don't have this offensive line together and the depth, we're going to be in trouble this year. We're going to be in big trouble. Let me interject this in again. You guys, listen, there it is. If you want to become a supporter of my show, I'm going to put it in the chat box again. If you want to become a supporter of my show, there's the link for you. Again, there it is. All you have to do is click on to that. Become a premium member of the Big Time Show podcast. I would appreciate it. Make a decision to support me if that's what you want to do. If not, it's cool. This is not my primary source of income. It's just a hobby. It's just for those that want to help me out. As far as being a supporter of the show, I have things that I'm developing and things that are already in place. If you become a member, you'll get with me individually, and you have access to me as far as my email is concerned. I have a little private little chat group that for my members there. There you'll get a little more content that others will not get for there, and I just hope that you guys will support me in that. All right, appreciate that. Let me get to the matter at hand, because see, now I know y'all tag some Laker haters. I need y'all to do that for me, for those there. Let me talk to y'all about tonight. Hello, Kusa Solace. I think that's you. Hello on Podbean. Let me talk to you guys about the Lakers tonight. All right. Let me talk to y'all. First of all, let's get one thing straight. Since it's game night, I'm a pure fan. Let me get one thing straight off the top. Here it is. We are your world champions. Acknowledge that. Deal with that. and understand that. Okay, we are your world champions, and y'all, us the bubble. Everybody else is in the bubble too. I don't want to hear all that. We beat everybody in the bubble. We the champs. There's a reason why we are the champs. Why? Because we had the best team. It's not hard to figure out. It's not hard. It's not hard. We had the best team. We had, without a doubt, the best basketball player in the world. Y'all know who that is. Hey, I'm not a gigantic fan of him. I'm not claiming that, but I recognize LeBron James' greatness. He is great. Okay, he is. He's an all-time great. He's a top 5 player of all time. There are some that say he is the greatest player of all time. There are some that say he is only second to Jordan. There are some that say he's top 3 behind Kobe, whoever, or whatever. He's the greatest small forward to ever play the game. Okay? Please do not holler out Larry Bird. I love Larry Bird. He was a flat-out assassin. But let's be realistic. LeBron James is the greatest small forward to ever play this game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. There's no question. All right? But the other reason why is because Anthony Davis is on this team. And Anthony Davis has a top 5 talent. He is unstoppable. He is unguardable when he want to be. You understand what I'm saying? When he wants to be, and it's obvious that when he get a little irritated, he plays a little bit better. So that's the reason why we are your champions, because nobody could beat those guys 4 out of 7. I've always said that nobody can beat the Lakers 4 out of 7. However, let's just be realistic. Injuries have taken a gigantic place in this playoffs when it comes to the Lakers. No doubt about it. LeBron James is not 100%. And of course, Anthony Davis, who's almost kind of like Tyron Smith, is not if Anthony Davis is going to get injured. It's when he's going to get injured. Anthony Davis was hurt in New Orleans with the Pelicans. Anthony Davis has never played a full season. Anthony Davis always misses 13 to 14 games. I had it here, but I didn't put it up here where I can show you his injuries for every year. He's never been healthy. And as young as he is, he seems to be falling to that category. What's up, my best friend on here, Eddie Woods? Anthony Davis is slowly but surely falling to that category where you've heard that all these big men below extremities is always hurt, So like Bill Walton and like a lot of these guys, big tall guys, like I'm not talking about kind of like Porzingis from Dallas, always hurt. It's always something either with the foot, the knee, the hip, or something like that. He's injury prone, and once again, he's hurt now. Now, it's dangerous territory for the Lakers. Number one, I don't think, I just think it's obvious he's not playing tonight. For those that don't know, he has a strained groin, a grade 1 strained groin. And usually when you have a groin injury, it usually takes you about a month for you to get back. You know what I'm saying? A month, not a couple of days. So to be honest with you, I don't see why, and I know the desperation is going to come, but I don't see why, the Lakers just go ahead and shut him down. The reason why I say he need to be shut down is this. All his injuries are on the same side. Your body kind of overcompensate for the rest of your body when you have injury. Okay, let's look at him. He had a calf injury, his left calf. Then his left knee started hurting. Then now we got the left groin. All on the same side. Okay? All on the same side. That's dangerous territory. And so I don't think that even if whatever happened tonight, I don't, when they come back to LA for game 6, I don't think he needs to play then. The Lakers have enough to beat the Phoenix Suns. When you throw in Gasol, Montrezl Harrell, and Andre Drummond, that's enough. That's enough to beat the Suns. I don't care nothing about Aiden, and I don't care nothing about Aiden. I don't care nothing about him. Between Gasol, Drummond, and Harrell, that should be enough. That should be enough. Yeah, Sam Bowie. Thank you, Kevin Phillips. Yeah, Sam Bowie stay hurt. I mean, come on. Some of these guys, just big, tall guys, and Anthony Davis about 6'11". Bill Walton, like, there's something always wrong. And Anthony Davis, as young as he is, he just stay hurt too much. And so I'm not banking on him, but we have enough to beat the Suns. Let me tell you what got to happen tonight. This is what got to happen tonight. First things first. And I believe it's going to happen too. LeBron James. See, a lot of things a lot of people say he got to go back to the time clock and turn into the Cleveland LeBron and to the Miami LeBron. When you got Anthony Davis on the court, you don't have to go all out. You have to chip in where it's needed. You don't have to go all out because all you need to do is tag team. LeBron ain't had to be the man for a few years now. So we don't really know what he got. A lot of people say, can the old man do it? LeBron is in excellent condition. He cannot be stopped. He can get to the lane, he can get to the hole whenever he wants to. LeBron is just falling in love thinking he's Steph Curry when he can't really shoot like that. I can't tell you how many times I'm getting upset with LeBron for pulling up and all that. Look, you are not Steph Curry. You're not Stephen Curry. Shoot, you're not Steven Jackson. Forget Steph Curry. You're not even Steven Jackson. Okay? I mean, all this pulling up and shooting outside. No. I need him to go to the hole tonight. Get his rhythm. LeBron going to have a big night for us. Okay? LeBron is going to have, my opinion, 30-plus points, double-digit rebounds, and close to 10 assists. If he give me the triple-double, look out. But he's going to have a big night tonight. That's the only no question about that. And there's a lot of you guys are talking in here because y'all act like y'all in my notes. But since y'all saying, let me go ahead and go down the list. I think we can depend on Schroeder. Schroeder is going to do what he have to do, especially since he know we're going to need some more points from him. Schroeder is going to be big tonight. I'm looking for 20-plus points from him tonight. We got to have that from him. I think he's going to get it. Schroeder, he ain't scared of the moment. He can get to the hole, too, whenever he wants. He's going to be good. Can Caldwell Pope hit one shot for me, please? Huh? Now, I'm a Laker fan. I could talk about him all, because I'm a fan. Can Caldwell Pope finally hit anything? I'm glad he's coming back. Why? Primarily because he's our best defender on the perimeter. Well, let me take that back. The truth be told, Caruso is the best defender. No, Chris, they're expecting Caldwell Pope to come back tonight. He's coming back tonight. They're expecting him to play tonight. So I need him. Yeah, exactly. He'll be back tonight. And we're gonna need him for Booker. He kind of interrupts Booker a little bit. He kind of gets on getting on his skin a little bit. Chris Paul with his ball handler gonna be there, but Caruso is a problem. But we need some good perimeter defense tonight. I gotta have that. All right. So, but can Caldwell Pope hit me some shot? Can he finally hit 1 or 2, 3 threes tonight? I need him. Okay. Let me go down. Listen, Kyle Kuzma. See, if he wasn't so concerned about being pretty, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm a Laker fan, so I can talk about him. I'm just saying. One day Kuzma have gold, looking like New Edition. The next day is pure black, looking like he a member of the Osmond family, looking like he a member of the DeBarge family. And all the meantime, he launching threes, ain't hitting nothing. I need him to step up tonight. Stop being so pretty and go ahead. He trying to look like he trying to be a model all the time. Can we get Kuzma to go ahead and do what everybody think he can do? See, somebody got to make up for AD's points. These names I'm calling out can do that. They can do it. They can score the ball. I need Kuzma to step up tonight. Some of you done talked about Marc Gasol. Here's the problem with Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol cannot handle Aiden. He's not athletic enough. But one thing Marc Gasol can do is that he can be a tremendous problem for the Suns offensively because Mark can play outside and he's going to pull Aiden out that lane. They're going to give us driving lane. We can go and get to the hole. I believe they're going to start off with Marc Gasol tonight. And that's going to give LeBron James a lot of room to get in the hole and Schroeder to get in the hole. I believe that's the way to go in and attack him. You get Gasol out there. Get Gasol out there on offense. And we play good team defense, no doubt about that. But Gasol is going to be a problem for them because Marc Gasol can play pick and pop. He can play pick and roll and stay outside. And Aiden got to respect that. And Gasol can knock down that three. So the points for AD got to come from somewhere else. Morris has to play tonight. Morris has to play tonight. I need Morris to play. And he's solid pro. He can score. But and it's one thing that the Lakers haven't done. And I don't know why it's taking them so long to figure this out. We got to score tonight. The Suns gonna be ready to play. They smell blood. They trying to take us out. Why is Ben McLemore not playing? I mean, I saw him last game. Why is he not playing? See, when you got bad shooters out there, it's kind of common sense to me, y'all. I don't know how he is defensively, or they trying to figure it out. But listen, if we shooting bad, can we please put a shooter in? Why is McLemore can knock him down? Why is Ben McLemore not playing? I need him on the court. We're going to need somebody that can flat out shoot the ball. I need him tonight. And if the Lakers can pull this off tonight, because see, to be honest with you, we can win these next two games. I'm serious. If they play like I think I'm talking about the style of play. The style of play, if they play tonight like I think they're going to play, with Gasol being out there. Trez, I know a lot of people talking about Trez. Here's the problem with Trez. Trez is a little bit too small for Aiden. You see what I'm saying? I think Aiden will punish Trez. Trez going to give it all he got. But I don't think Trez can handle Aiden. I think he's a little bit too short. I think that he'll get a little bit overpowered. And Aiden is athletic enough to stay with Montrezl Harrell too. Huh? Exactly. Coach Breedlove, I see you, Coach. Play Trez at the 4. Chris, I don't know. I would like the Trez to come off the bench and where he can do damage. I think Morris might get the start. Morris might get the start at the 4 tonight. And I'm cool with that. I think Morris would be probably the best fit at 4. Coach Breedlove says it right. Coach says that Vogel has to prove he's a great coach now. But Coach, the only thing I say about that is that when you got LeBron James on your team, he kind of run the show. I mean, on the court. I think the rotations are probably what you're talking about, Coach. I think you may be right as far as that goes. His rotations will show really what he, his rotation is going to be real key tonight. I need McLemore. I'm serious, y'all. I don't know why. I don't know why other Laker. I'm in a Laker chat group. I don't know why nobody ain't calling for McLemore. Unless you tell me he don't play good defense, and I think somebody said that he plays. Exactly, Coach Breedlove. I say, he never won by himself. I need McLemore on the court. I need a guy that's gonna knock some shots down. And for some reason, once somebody start kind of knocking it consistently, then the Lakers as a team, for some reason, catch it. It rubs off on everybody else, and then we start shooting as many open threes as we get. If the Lakers ever start hitting threes, it'll be over. I mean, no question, because they're just so wide open. Caldwell Pope, wide open, always. Shoot. Gasol is going to be wide open for threes. It's going to be open. Kuzma seems to be wide open for three. I mean, if we ever, Schroeder, wide open, if we ever just get in some type of rhythm, which they never do because they're really not a good shooting team, but if we ever knocking down some shots, it's going to be lights out. We need it tonight. Phoenix smell blood. They smell blood tonight. And they're going to be trying to make sure that they apply more pressure. I ain't worried about AD. I don't think AD going to play the rest of this series. He shouldn't. Growing strains, you don't come back in a week for growing strains. And you don't even need to try to put yourself like that. You're going to further damage yourself. It'll go from a grade 1 tear to a full tear of the groin. And keep in mind, we got to make sure AD is ready for next year. He got knee problems. He got calf problems. Now he got growing problems all on the same leg. We got to make sure he's ready for next year. That's just me. So, obviously, the odds are stacked against us. One thing I will say, and I'm guilty of this. I have bet against LeBron James before. I have. Yeah, Chris, right now I see I got the game on looking at it right now. Well, we knew Boston wasn't gonna beat the Nets anyway. It's not even worth talking about. They gone. It's gonna be rough on the Lakers if AD is not playing. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, especially the next round. If we get out the next round, it's really gonna be ridiculous because we probably playing Denver or Portland, one of the two. That's gonna be a real, real tough series without AD. So the thing that looked like it's gonna take out, you want good Coach Breedlove, who's a basketball coach, y'all. I value his opinion. Coach, where you coaching at? What state are you in? What state are you in? I always forget. Coach said you want good shooting. Try ball move. The ball dies in the hand. Too much drilling by them all. Ball move could help in, and I'm not a fan. Oh, I know you're not a Laker fan. I know you're not. And that's true. But Coach is telling the truth on that because LeBron will hold that ball and let the shot clock go down. And go take it one-on-one. South Carolina. Okay. Coach is in South Carolina on that. Yeah. But Coach is right, even though he's a Laker hater. He's absolutely right. And hopefully that's what we'll see. I'm hopefully that's been hopefully that's been kind of one of the major talking points of Coach Vogel, that the ball got to move. The ball has to move tonight. We're going to find out in, the first couple of days. But to be honest with you, Coach, let's just be honest. LeBron is going to want to slow this game down anyway. They're going to try to make it a half-court game, which, to be honest with you, I think is their strength. I mean, even though AD is out, they have to slow the game down. They can't get into no real rush. They're going to have to slow the game down and make it a street game. That's what LeBron James is going to be able to do. Yeah, I believe that's going to happen. They just got to knock down some shots. They're gonna slow this game down. No question about it. So tonight is a big game. I'm expecting LeBron to do it tonight. He know what he got to do. I'm expecting that tonight, and I'm just hoping that somebody come along with him on tonight. I'm expecting LeBron. Look, and as far as LeBron goes, get to the free throw line, man. I don't care what his percentage is. LeBron James need to be shooting double-digit free throws tonight. All this Steph Curry type wannabe, jumping up, want to shoot jumpers all day and night. I can't have it tonight. Not tonight. I need him to go ahead and make a decision and go to the hole, put his head down, get to the hole. Let's roll. I'm expecting him to put the team on his back tonight. And if the Lakers pull it off tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get out of this. Don't be surprised if he does it tonight. Yeah, exactly. We can't run with him. And I'm gonna tell you something else. We don't have an answer. Watch this, y'all. I know if you've been watching the series, I don't know what we're gonna do about Marcus Payne, the kid from Memphis, right here in Memphis, Tennessee. He didn't play at the University of Memphis. I'm saying we don't have an answer. The backup point guard for Phoenix, who I'm talking about. I don't know. We don't have an answer for him. He's just too quick. I mean, he can get to the hole whenever he wants. Only thing we do is hope he shoot the ball. Because he can blow, he blowing by everybody. Coach say Lakers are done. I don't know, Coach. I done seen LeBron do it. That's the only thing I can say. I cheered against him too many times. I've seen him put teams on his back, and I understand he's 36 years old now, but he's not, and I understand he's not 100%, but let's just be realistic. A 90% LeBron James is still probably one of the top 2-3 players in the game. And it's obvious he can get to the hole. We still see he can get there when he wants to. The only question is how many minutes, which is going to be another thing. When he sits down, are the Lakers going to crumble? While he's getting a little rest, can we keep it moving? If we have one of these when he sit down and all of a sudden we go a -10, that's not going to happen. Exactly. I see you, Kevin. Yeah. Payne is just Cameron. I'm sorry. You're right. Cameron Payne. Coach say we have no bench. Coach. I'm going to say this, Coach, depending on the rotation. If Trez is coming off the bench, that's good. If Caruso is coming off the bench, I'll take it. He can make plays. McLemore, who I'm begging for. But McLemore needs to play some significant time tonight. LeBron needs that type of shooter out there. I done seen it. I mean, it's the same game plan. LeBron has always had a knockdown shooter with him. As right now, we were depending on Kuzma to be that guy. But we have that guy in McLemore. McLemore probably the best shooter on our team. He has to play tonight. What Kevin said, what is Coach looking at? We had called Coach Breedlove. Well, Coach Breedlove is a hater, so he's a Laker hater. But we got some guys that can play. It's just that Phoenix have a bench too. And so the bench is gonna be key tonight, especially when LeBron sit down. No question about that. It's just gonna be interesting. We can't go down early and get frustrated early. We got to take their shot early. We can't go down by a lot. We got to play at our pace. We got to slow the game down because we can't run with them. LeBron has to have a big night. LeBron has to get to the free throw line. And I know he's horrible at the line, but get there at least 10 times tonight. We got to have it tonight. And we got to make some shots. It's just that simple. It really is. I think we have enough to play even with our AD. If you told me we were playing, Denver and Utah and, Brooklyn and all these folks, then I say we might be in trouble slightly. We got enough to beat Houston. Enough to beat Phoenix. We got enough right now, even with our AD. We can beat them. I believe it. I believe it. We got enough to beat them right now. Coach said if I was coach of the Lakers, I would concentrate on stopping Aiden. You control the boards, then you control the game. If not, you dominate the game, you lose. Well, we got a problem with Aiden, coach, because Gasol can't do nothing with Aiden right now. This may have been about 4 or 5 years ago, I would say Gasol can handle Aiden, but he can't handle him now. Trez is too small for him. And Drummond, the only problem with Drummond is getting foul trouble too quick. You know what I'm saying? He gets in foul trouble way too easy for me. Aiden is a problem, and he's got confidence right now too. So it's just gonna be interesting to see how they attack. It's gonna be interesting to see how Phoenix attacks us with Aiden, especially if they see Gasol. Phil says we need LeBron at his best in the fourth quarter. We need LeBron to be his best in all quarters tonight. I'm looking for one of those, looking for one of those nights, man. One of those nights where, we'll remember. I ain't talking about adding on to his, his resume. I'm just talking about I need one of those gigantic nights tonight. The stage dictates tonight that he has one of those big, gigantic 30 plus point, double-digit rebound, dang near 10 assists, triple-double type numbers tonight. I ain't talking about no 22 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. No, not 22. He has to have a 30-point triple-double tonight. He got to score tonight. He can't be Magic Johnson tonight. He need to be Michael Jordan tonight. Mentality of a scorer. He's capable of doing it. Everybody know that. It's just that he plays the game, quote unquote, the right way. I need him to be a little selfish tonight. That's what I'm looking for. Coach said that's the only way to slow the game down due to the shot clock. Exactly. We can't run with him, Coach. And I'm a Laker fan. I know that. We can't run with him. We got to slow him down and make it a half-court game. And hopefully get them in foul trouble. Hopefully we can get Aiden in foul trouble, but Gasol is too finesse for that. He'll pull him out. All that's going to do is open up LeBron in the lane. So I'm not looking for Aiden to get in foul trouble with Gasol, but I'm looking for Gasol to open it up because he can play outside. This is all about strategy and matchup. I believe that Morris and Gasol, Morris and Gasol are going to be your backcourt tonight. I believe Morris is going to be starting at the 4 tonight. And he can shoot the ball too. Morris is knocking down. So we just going to have to see exactly what Vogel has come up with. And if you're a Laker fan, if you're more in depth type of like Coach Breedlove is, notice the rotations. That's gonna be kind of key tonight. The rotation. When LeBron sit down, who's gonna take over? As far as being the number one option when LeBron sits down. LeBron ain't going to play no 50 minutes tonight. He's still going to probably play his 37, 36, 37 minutes tonight. Somebody going to have to step it up offensively when he's there. I'm expecting Kuzma to probably be that guy. I ain't saying he's going to score, but I believe he's going to shoot it enough to where you know he's going to be the option. Coach Breedlove said they should have kept Rondo. Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. I was upset that Rondo left. I was really upset with that. I was upset that we lost both Dwight Howell and JaVale McGee too. Those are 3 losses that you just can't make up for. What Howard and McGee brought to the team is actually what we need right now. Rondo, Caruso is okay, but Rondo obviously is a better point guard than Caruso. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for tonight. I'm getting ready for it. I will talk to you guys on Saturday. Danny Green. See, Danny Green was a solid defender. We lost a lot of defense last year. I was just about to knock Danny Green. But Danny Green is a veteran, good defender, and of course a pretty good knockdown shooter. So, and when with a LeBron James team, everybody knows LeBron loved to have spot-up shooters. That happened in Cleveland. That happened in Miami. That happened in LA last year. We need all that. Okay? Appreciate it, Coach Breedlove. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm out. I'm do it one last time. Listen, if you want to become a member or a contributor of the show, there it is for you right there. Just follow it. I put it in the chat box, and it's that right there. Just click on to that. All you have to do is click on to it, make a decision, and you will become a premium member. Just asking for your support to support the show, and we appreciate it. If you're on Podbean, all you have to do is click on that member, become a patron. Excuse me, push that button, become a patron, and you can become also a supporter of the show. There's content that I give only to my members. They have access to the show. We have a little conversation every now and then that you have access to me and with each other. And, of course, I need all your feedback for the show. Okay, I'm out. I'm getting ready for the night. I need to change to my Laker T-shirt, my Laker hat. I need to go get my ring because we bringing it all out tonight. The Los Angeles Lakers, the world champions. The world champion, Los Angeles Lakers. Tonight is big tonight. We got to have it. Got to have it tonight. I don't care if we're on the road. I'm looking forward tonight. I don't be surprised if we take it out tonight, all right? I'm out of here. Podbean, thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for those who are going to listen to this a little bit later on. Appreciate you so much. Listen, I'll be back with you guys on Saturday at 3 o'clock. We'll probably talk about this, the game tonight. Exactly. We are the world champions. No doubt about it. We'll talk about this probably. Got more Cowboy talk to talk about. It don't tell me what I'm going to talk about. So y'all just hang with me. I'll let you guys know exactly what I'm talking about at that time. As you all should know by now, when you come into my show, we don't leave until y'all do one thing for me. There's no question about it. Y'all know what it is. Y'all should know by now. I need everybody to just rock and groove with me before you leave here. That's how we leave here. Happy. Let's get ready for the Lakers tonight. We'll see you Saturday, 3 p.m. Central Time for this, the one and only. It is, you know what it is, the Big Time Show. Pie Bean. Yeah. Clap your hands, everybody. Woo! Everybody, clap your hands. Put your hands on it, Podbean. This is the Big Time Show. Woo! See you Saturday, 3 p.m. Thank y'all for tuning in.